Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
All right, our first Rebels report of the season, and I'm here with Todd Elik, head coach. How are you, Todd?
I'm doing great, Ballsy. How are you?
Awesome, man. So as I
Good.
looked at, I was away in Turkey. You could see I got like,
Yeah.
what? By the way, before we go anywhere, what's the worst you've ever been banged up in your like stitches and everything in hockey?
I took a Russ Courtnall slap shot to my forehead, kind of ripped me wide open for 50 stitches and lost some teeth, and that was pretty much a hard one.
So describe that. So who you were on the Sharks?
No, with Minnesota back
Okay.
in 90, I think it was 92. We're playing Vancouver at home. It's a play. It was a power play. I came around the net to set it up, and he whistled one 10 feet wide, hit me right in the noggin, knocked me. I knocked out cold. I mean, I lost four teeth. It just, yeah, it was a, it was a yard sale. Yeah,
Okay, so I went to Turkey because it's cheaper, believe it or not. We got
I believe
hey, we
that.
got we got free Medicare here in Canada. Bullshit. So I went to Turkey to get my
Yeah.
eyes peeled back, and then I was going to get a nose lift. Not going to lie to you. They went in and found out because I had boxed for charity 4 times to the radio station in a previous life that I had to get basically my nose reconstructed. I had like spurs all the way back to my skull. So
Jeez.
it's I sound kind of nasally. I apologize for that, but
Yeah, there's some injuries. Yeah, wow.
yeah. Anyway, so here we go, man. Let's talk a little
Yeah,
hockey. So my point
sure.
was I was kind of following from afar. You guys are sitting in third place in your division. Talk about the season so far.
Yeah, we're hanging in pretty well actually. For the guys that we have, they played very well for us. From goaltending out, from Daxton Tischett and Keen Reed, they've given us solid goaltending. Our D have really kind of overachieved. I really think we've got two forwards in the back end that really have taken charge. We have one D, Nick Shimolinski, who's our 20-year-old, who's arguably, I think, the best D in the league. He's been outstanding for us. Forwards wise, we have two good lines, sometimes three. Our first line, Caden Barry, Evan Allen, Svensson, Zach. They've done a lot of our scoring. Second line with Easton Lee, Caden Costley, and Dylan Hallberg. At the moment, that can change. They can go from two to three. They've done very well for us. So we're getting timely stuff at good times. Sometimes I wish we had more bodies, but in general, Ballsy, I'm very happy for where we are. Obviously, I'd like to be higher, but at this moment, we're pleased at where we are. But we'd love to get higher. So
Talk about Nick being on the back end and how
yeah,
good he is. Like, talk about why he's so good.
yeah. Geez, he just controls the game. He skates so well. He has great knowledge. When he has the puck, he makes great decisions with it. Sometimes not. Obviously, he's human, but just a heads up. A bona fide defense. We're lucky to have him. He's a bit special.
So talk about you'd like to have more bodies. Talk about the challenge of coaching in this league, either injuries or guys not being available.
Yeah, exactly, Bulls. Yeah, sometimes we will have three lines, two D or two extras, and I wish we had a better commitment from players that would come, but that's just the way it's been here for last year and this year, which is fine. But in general, when we get going in games, we have our solid guys, the guys that we go with, and then we have some APs that we AP in, and then we go from there.
What's the challenge with that? A coach like you, and listen,
Yeah.
one thing I like about you, brother, is you're old school. So you didn't come up that way. If you signed up
Yeah.
for a team, you played all the way through. But how do you got to work through that mentally yourself as a coach?
Yeah, at this point now, Palsy, thank you for saying old school. I'm learning as we go along. Today's game's a bit different. It's actually a lot different from 20, 30 years ago. I'm not putting too much into it. It is what it is. We get what we get for players. If it got to me, I'd be going crazy by now. But listen, Junior B, a lot of guys work. They don't live in Assiniboia, Moose Jaw, Regina. We get APs that sometimes when we play, they practice or they play. So it's a bit of a challenge that way. But in general, Curtis, Mike Costley, my assistant, Spencer Kirby, and Paul Tendler, they've done an excellent job getting players. So I'm not gonna complain. Games where we're thin, we just try to play a really boring, high trap defensive game and lull them to sleep and try to win. So
So if you're at full strength, and I don't know if you've been that way yet, but if you're at full strength or a reasonable facsimile, Todd,
yeah.
how do you like the play instead of boring?
A lot. Everything is up. We like to play for me a really fast tempo game. I don't like our D going back if the puck's 5, 6, 7 feet inside our blue line. I like to push the puck forward. D's have to be ready and get it away from our zone so they can't score, obviously, but give us opportunities where we can score. So
Yeah.
I like a high. north south, high pace game, and take the puck to the net.
So you guys got a great facility, you got a great organization, but what would be your best feature as a coach? Like if I was coming to play for Assiniboia, what would you say is your best feature as the head coach?
Oh, geez, balls. That's you know what? Just my theory with every player, I think they know where I come from is show up, play hard, give 100%. Yeah, just don't quit. Work as hard as you can. If we lose, a tough game, we've worked our balls off, and sometimes you have to tip your hat. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just effort and not cheating. Just doing the things that I coach. Hard on the walls. Just don't throw pucks away for nothing. And just don't give them free stuff. Like be patient with the puck. Just don't throw it away for nothing.
So Todd, what type of player plays in this league? Like I know you talk about your kind of team when you're at full strength, but in general, what kind of player plays junior B hockey?
I think talented kids that unfortunately didn't make it at higher ranks. I think some are very skilled and talented. Maybe not as gritty as some are, but in general, some are very good. You wonder why they're in this league. Then you get your bottom six who are muckers and that do a good job that way. So in general, I think it's just kids that didn't prolong their career higher leagues and were getting lucky getting good players.
So Todd, you weren't the head coach last year. How much did being there last year in the role you were in help you this year? Kind of get in that mindset of I'm not going to have everybody here. It's a different type of mentality than when I played, etc.
You know what? I don't put too much into that. I mean, we get what we get as players, and we put our lineup together. We
Yeah.
go through our X's and O's, and we have our pregame speech, and pretty much just go execute. Don't get scored on, obviously, and work your balls off, back check hard.
Yeah. Hey Todd, who was your favorite coach growing up? Either
I
minors
had
or
I had a couple. The junior, I had a good one. Bert Templeton back in Ontario. My first guy in LA was Tom Webster, who was very hard on
yeah.
me. I had Kevin Constantine in San Jose, and yeah, they were just. I always say it's tough to say to the new generation players is when coaches stop talking to you, that's when they stop caring. It's when they're on you and trying to make you better and pushing you. That's when they like you. So that's
Yeah.
my theory on that.
How do you like the game of hockey now at the NHL level?
I think it's great. I mean, when we played, we had three zones, clutching and grabbing. You look back at some of the games in the 90s, it would be 3-on-3 hockey now the whole game because some of the calls are just, yeah, you wonder why. But in general, I think it's a wide open game and it's fast. And I wish they got back. I know the playoffs is totally different. The rules kind of changed, they flipped. So I wish they played like that a bit more.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second. Because in football, I'm more of a football guy, but you don't know me. I like hockey. Like, if I hit a quarterback below the knees in October or July in the CFL, let's talk CFL. If I hit a quarterback below the knees in July, if the ref's not smoking something nice, it's
Yeah.
probably the same penalty in October. That's not the same in hockey. I can cross
No.
check Todd Elik in front of the net in October. It's a penalty. I can hack him, slash him, whack him in May, and it's not a penalty. Do you like it? Do
Yeah.
you like that? I don't. I
Well,
don't.
no, I mean, no, but I think as players, Ballsy, I think we know that line. We know that that's gonna happen like in early July or October, like in football. Come playoff time, they're gonna want to make you earn it a bit more, which is fine. Everybody agrees with that. All I'm asking, like even now, I'm not. The rest are fine. Listen, they all make mistakes. They're not. They're human. For me, it's just it can't be one sided. You have to call it both ways. So.
Yeah. Okay. And when we look at the new age of hockey players, it's amazing. Guys like I know there's always been phenoms like Gretzky and Lemieux and even Crosby, but Celebrini and Bedard, do you think they both should be on Team Canada's Olympic team?
Geez, Ballsy, that at this point you'd have to say yes because what the things they're doing very special things in the league. 1 and 2 in scoring or 2 and 3 in scoring. That's going to be a tough bill for Army to deal with. I don't think you can have four number one lines on one team. There's just not enough puck to go around. So they're
Yeah.
going to have some tough decisions to be made. But at this point, I think they should be considered to be on the team for sure.
Okay. Just let's wrap up this Rebels report talking about the Rebels. What's up this week for you guys?
Yeah, we got a tough one tomorrow. Fort Knox. They're a really good team, solid team, ex champs. We played them well. We just we have to play. I hate to say it, mistake free hockey. Really hard on the puck. Good defensive. The old cliches come out of the bag all the time. So it'll be hard, but we play them tough. We play them hard, and hopefully we come in with a good game, good effort tomorrow. And
Todd,
then
it's
we go
always
up, yeah, in we're up in Saskatoon Saturday, Martinsville on Sunday. We beat the Quakers in our rink and Martinsville handedly. So they're going to want some payback, but hopefully we're ready.
Oh, and lastly, I talked about the players actually. Overall, are you impressed with the quality of this league?
I am actually. Nothing taken away from our division. The North Division, they're from the four Saskatoon teams of Martinsville. They're pretty skilled players, I think. Even
Yeah.
in our league, like with the Capitals and Fort Knox, ourselves, even Pilot Butte, they're struggling a little bit, but the skill level's pretty high, I think.
Todd, thanks for this, man. Appreciate it.
Pleasure, Ballsy. All the best, man.